Hello friends, I'm coming to you today from the Craft Cottage where I am going to be showing you this new tool that I got sent to me from XTOOL. It is the new M1 Ultra, and is it ever Ultra? I'm going to show you a few of the things it can do and tell you about all of the options you have with this amazing machine. It will replace all of the machines that you ever thought you needed or wanted. Let's get started. It came shipped to me in a huge box, so I had to have my big, strong grandson help me unpack it, and he helped me set it all up. It has this hose that you attach that you put out the window or vent it out, or you can get a purifier to attach it to direct all the smoke away. And he helped me set it up. We read the directions, and we got it all set up. And it has this nice little honeycomb vent for laser engraving and cutting, and it has this protective base, and there are different levels that you can put it at depending on the thickness of the material that you are engraving on. Also, there is a metal plate that sits in top. This is it for other projects. We'll get to that later. There are different modules that you can use to engrave or cut on all of these products that came with my package. There is a booklet that tells you all of the settings that you will need to cut all of the materials that are in the packet. This laser engraves and cuts with the laser module. There's an inkjet module that has color printing. There is a blade module that has versatile cutting and foiling. And last but not least, the pen module where you can draw and write. 4-in-1. It's an amazing machine. The modules are very easy to replace. You just pop this little lever over. They lift out very easily. I can do it one-handed. This is the laser, 20-watt laser, and it just pops in and out very easy and just locks down, locks in place. This is where your cutting tools go. It's magnetic, and it's very easy to operate, and your cutting tools and pen go in that little slot right there, just like it does with my Cricut. So I'm going to show you the little toolbox that came with it, and this has all the little blades, a screwdriver, and a lot of things that you need all the tools you need to operate. So these are the 3 blades, the deep cut blade, the fine point blade, and the rotary blade that go in this. I'm going to show you how to put it in here. Kind of fumbling around with one hand, holding the camera with the other, but this is how easy it is to put those blades in. And that just pops right on. And you can just pop them right out. Easy peasy. Okay, so when you have the metal plate in there, you can put your cutting mat down. It will be sticky on both sides, so it holds it in place. I did not do a project with the cutting, but it shows you all how to line it up, and the software helps you all along the way. Now let's create something. I did a screen record, so I apologize if it's a little difficult to see, but you're going to go up, you're going to grab the text, you're going to type in some text. We are going to engrave on a knife for my grandson. And you're going to go up, I'm going to choose the text. I like that you can see the font as you're doing it. We're going to go up and we're going to mark. So we're going to make a shape. And then you can see that I'm going to go over to the machine and use the laser to create this oval. You can find a lot of videos that show you in depth how to do that. I did not have my camera set up to show you that, but it is not difficult, I promise. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Now I'm going to drag those letters. Now I have over on the right where you see it says score, engrave, or cut over to the far right. I should have had it set to engrave, and I had it set to score. It works out fine. But now we're going to have it auto measure. So this is going to, you will see this in a later clip, it's going to auto measure how far away the blade is, or the laser is, from the material, how thick your material is. Now I'm going to set the power and the speed. Sometimes if you put a material in, it will automatically set that for you. Now it's showing you the path that it's going to take and where it's going to start. And then we are going to tell it we're ready to process, and then you're going to push the button on the machine, on the front of the machine. It's going to cut it, and then it's going to say it's complete. This is the laser. This is the little laser. It's doing the auto. That's where it's testing to see how close it is, how thick the material is. These are the buttons on the front of the machine that I used to create that little oval earlier. Now it is engraving. It's only doing the outline. I did flip it over on the other side and did the engrave because it's an orange aluminum and the engrave didn't show up very good with the outline. You will see in the finished product. So I flipped it over and chose the engrave option, and it looks really good. This has the lid with the lid closed, and it will not operate unless the lid is closed, but that is so you don't have to wear the safety glasses. It's going to protect your eyes. Very nice feature. And here they are finished. I made one for Carlos and one for Keegan. The outline worked really good on Carlos's because it was a darker material. Okay, now we are going to engrave on wood. We're going to burn. It's essentially burning the wood. I created this design in the software just like I did Keegan's name for his name on his knife. But this I'm going to create a little ornament sort of. And so this is just a laurel wreath with a K in the middle. I'm using 3mm basswood. This came with the packet of supplies and materials that was in my bundle. So this is going to have a K in the middle of it. I didn't show you the whole thing, but this was sped up, but I'm showing you how it operates. And then I'm going to have it cut the circle around it. And then in the next frame, it will be cutting out the same thing, but cutting it out. I did the opposite on it. So this machine has a lot of amazing features. I'm going to leave all the specs or the web link to the specs in the description box below, so be sure to check that out. Okay, here it is all finished, so you'll see what I was talking about just in case it wasn't as clear as mud. There are these little magnets that help hold your material still while it's cutting so it's not moving anywhere. We're just going to lift that off, and you're going to see this beautiful little wood round engraved with the little laurel wreath and my initial. And then the laurel wreath cut out of the wood and my initial. We'll use that for another project. But right now we are going to use the little ornament. And I had this wooden tag I'd picked up at Dollar General several years ago, and it had something on the front that I wanted to use, so I pulled it off and used it, and I've had it in my stash just waiting for the perfect project. And when I did this, I knew this is what I wanted to use it for. I'm going to take this Apothecary paint by DIY, and I'm going to use a baby wipe. And I'm going to just use it, make it like a stain. Now, I should have sanded this before I ever started, but I didn't. And it's okay, but it is kind of ripping up my baby wipe because it's a little bit rough. But it works out fine. It works out just fine. So I just wanted a tiny bit of color on there, not a lot. So I just put it on there a little bit. Then I take a soft towel and just kind of buff it in, rub it out a little bit. And then I took some clear wax. Oh, wait, I dried it up. And then I dried it with my heat gun so to make sure that that paint was completely dry. And then I took some clear wax by DIY. I get all my DIY products from Sammy over at unicorndustdesigns.com. I'm going to take some Tite Bond Quick and Thick glue, and just glue that down, and this project is complete. Be sure to check the description box below to get the information on how you can purchase one of these 4-in-1 XTOOL Ultras for yourself. Now let's try out the ink module. It's just a little ink cartridge, and you pop it in the ink module and put it all together. There is this little connector, and we are just going to pop the ink module in there, put the little cover back on, and pop it in there. Easy peasy. It just pops right down. You want to make sure that it connects. Just pop it down on the little connectors. I don't know all the technical words. We're going to lock it in, and then we're going to plug it in. If I can find it. There we go. And it's all nice and tight. And I created this. I uploaded a picture of my 2 beautiful granddaughters at their band concert this year and put it in the program and sent it to the machine on a 4x4-inch wood plank. It's a little basswood plank. These are the ones like you can get at Dollar Tree. I just order them in bulk off of Amazon. And I sped this up really quickly so you could see how it worked. And I just put a little holly and a ribbon across the top, and I think it turned out so cute. The possibilities are endless. Next, I had a wind chime that's metal, and it's triangular shape, and I knew I wanted to make a Christmas ornament out of it. And so the little clanger had this little round metal disc that hangs down at the bottom, and I decided I wanted to engrave the word Noel. So I went into the program, and just like I created Keegan's name, I created the word Noel, and I created the circle around it where I wanted it to engrave, and now it's engraving the word Noel. And just look how pretty it is. And it's so easy, so simple. And I used those little magnets to hold it in place. Now for the wind chime, I took it and put a spray sealer on it because it had a very rough, not rough finish, but a chalky finish. And so I put some spray sealer on it, and then I'm just going to use some IOD transfers from one of the Christmas transfers from this year. I believe it's called the Yuletide. And I'm just going to do the rub-on transfers, just place them down, rub them down with the stick, and then peel back the transfer sheet. And you're left with a beautiful image on your project. Use the sheet that you pulled it off of to rub in all the bits and pieces around the edges, and that's called burnishing. And I'm going to do one on all 3 sides of this wind chime. And then I'm going to take a piece of red velvet ribbon to hang down. I thought that would be pretty. I'm going to replace that little metal disc back onto the clanger, and this project is complete. That's all for this video. That's what I have to share with you about the XTOOL M1 Ultra. I told you it was Ultra. It does not fail. Let me know in the comments what you think about this machine and if you think it's as Ultra as I do. But most of all, I want you to remember to be still and know that He is God.